All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and this is your weekly Zur loot and location PSA. He's on EDZ in the Winding Cove in his one of three locations. He's got the exotic tractor cannon, one of the better exotics inside PvE for debuffing enemies. Most of you already have this, so we'll move on from that. If you don't have it, of course, grab it. He's got a pair of Lucky Pants that are 67, which is extremely high, and they have extremely high mobility. Pretty low in the recovery side, though, but definitely not bad, and could create some unique builds. So you might want to grab that. Can rock some hand cannons in PvP with that build, potentially. Peacekeepers are a really good exotic, literally the exotic that I have on my Titan right now that I'm about to take into Trials, one of the better exotics for PvP. The 58 stat on this is a little bit low, but the distribution is actually really nice. And souls are one of the better exotics in PvE for challenging endgame content. You can finish champions, drop your special, and power for your teammates by finishing majors as well. This distribution is pretty average, though. This Gnawing Hunger roll it's okay if you're just using it for like strikes, but for endgame, you're not going to use that very much. Tunnel Vision, Moving Target is a pass on the Survivor's Epitaph. We do have Slide Shot Moving Target, though, which is pretty good. And I mean, an Impact Masterwork, I think, is a throw, but it's not a half bad. And they did just recently buff these 180s. I'm not going to call this necessarily a God roll, but definitely could be worth grabbing if you don't have a really good roll of that. You'll especially like this if you're on controller inside Crucible. Oh, apparently we've got a bunch of other perk options here because it's one of the bugged ones with the playlist weapons. So you also have Eye of the Storm to go along with that. So it's pretty sick. I would definitely grab that and rock that in PvP. Grab one right down. Got Killing Wind, Adagio, Volpicula, Widow's Bite, Feeding Frenzy, Eye of the Storm. Pretty average for both of those. Feeding Frenzy, Disruption Break, average. Tireless Blade Surrounded, and full auto and moving target. Nothing too crazy for any of those weapons. Armor-wise, we have high mobility gauntlets for the Titan. We're looking at the Titan armor right now. We can pass on the gauntlets, pass on the chest. The helmet is a hard pass, and the boots are a very hard pass with 59 and high mobility. We'll pull up the rest of the armor for the other characters right now. Alright, we've got... For the Hunter, we have a pair of gauntlets that are 63, high resilience, high recovery. That's really, really good. You're not going to have much mobility for the Hunter, but that's still a really good pair of gauntlets. And extremely high mobility, 59 stat, we can pass on the chest because 59. Extremely high resilience, that's great for PvE, the helmet. And high recovery, high mobility, pretty good boots there as well. For the Warlock, this week, we've got high mobility gauntlets, pass on those. Super high resilience chest, that's definitely worth grabbing. And this helmet is a real winner. The 60 stat is a little on the lower side, but that's really good. You really want the discipline, recovery, and resilience. So honestly, this helmet, even though it's 60, this is probably the best grab from this week. And the boots are a pass because a little bit too high on the mobility. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this down. And we'll go ahead and look at the exotics. We've got a Hipfire Grip Hawk Moon, that's a pass. And then a DMT with a nearly perfect roll. Could be a different magazine because this is going to affect your range a little bit, but Scouts already have really good range. This is a 120, has excellent range. This is going to give you really nice handling, and Vorpal is the go-to, so definitely a really good roll of the Dead Man's Tail, worth grabbing. So you could also have on ricochet rounds there, maybe have a little bit better magazine, but overall, a pretty good week from Zur. A couple things to grab. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Later.